Tonight, we're getting a look at the Halloween events and bundles. And although not all of them are here yet, there's a bunch of important things to talk about, like which city theme should you go for, if any. So stick around in this video for a quick review of the bundles and also the best rewards to pick. Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming and the Halloween events are here. I remember my very first Halloween event in this game was so hype. Getting a city theme at all was just like, wow. You know, it was like the first time a city theme had ever dropped in the game. I started playing in like, I don't know, the end of September, and so when Halloween rolled around, it was a big deal. Now, these days, you get a choice of city themes. So let's talk about the 3 city themes you get to choose from, and which one, if any, is actually worth getting, and how you go get it. So, first and foremost, the Wailing Keep gives you 5% infantry attack, but at the cost of 5% cavalry health. This, in general, is not a great choice. Health is almost always your preferred stat, and gaining attack is just, in my opinion, not worth it. So Wailing Keep, if you are in it for the stats rather than the appearance, is not the pick. The appearance is absolutely wicked. I love all the Halloween themes for the way that they look. The Creepwood Cabin gives you 5% infantry attack at the cost of archer defense. Well, losing defense is better than losing health, but still we're gaining attack here, which is just not amazing. So finally, the Soul Villa. The final theme that you could go for here gives you cavalry defense at the cost of infantry health. None of these themes really impress me. Gaining cavalry defense is fine. Everybody should have a cavalry theme to use when they're not fighting in KvK, even if they're not a cavalry player. They should have one, because in this game, you rally with cavalry, and so you really want to be able to, you know, have a couple extra percentage points of cav stats when you're doing your barbs, your barb forts, and so on. It's not all that important, but Soul Villa probably ends up being the pick if you don't have a cavalry theme, and if you do, I mean, look, there are actually plenty of other things that you could go and get that probably end up being better. So let's go get a look at what could you go and get. The Ghastly Gifts event has 2 currencies. One is a non-premium currency. I believe that's the Jack-o'-lantern. And the premium currency is the Witch Hat. Yes, that's definitely the case. It can be purchased with gems. So if you were to go in and get the voucher for the city theme, then it's going to run you 100 hats. Look, I think it's actually pretty skippable. So what could you do instead? Well, you've got gold heads at about 1,000 gems a pop, or you can go in and, you know, buy your witches hats. You can get gold heads. If you haven't yet obtained a epic accessory, or you need more accessories, the Blueprint Choice Chest is actually probably the #1 pick here if you need more accessories. Either the Silent Trial or the Delane's Amulet will be the pick, and I'll have a card in the end screen walking through why you'd make a choice between each of those and which one might be better for you. Also, the materials are a really solid pickup as well. This is going to run you 500 gems per material, which is better than the VIP shop. So if you are buying things in the VIP shop, well, you might consider instead smashing your gems in the Monster Mash. Now, as you go around and do a number of things, including battling barbarians, I believe also gathering resources, you can go in and convert lollipops into pumpkins. It's kind of the weirdest trade I've ever done, but okay, I've converted my lollipops into pumpkins. It is map gathering, city collection, and defeating barbs that lets you do or get all those things. This is going to last for 7 days, and I wonder what this, oh, this is maybe the event status here. Yes, that's our event points. Now, you can also spend gems, which I am definitely going to do, getting these witches hats. So my preferred way to get a witch's hat is going to be by spending gems. The other thing that you can get from this is there are going to be rewards when your alliance hits different tiers. You need to make at least, I think, 50 donations over here of lollipops in order to be eligible for opening up these crates that are going to give you some rewards. So you may be wondering, well, Chisgule, how do I get more of these witches hats? Good news, you don't have to spend money to get some, but how many is kind of an interesting question. One event that's already here is the Protect the Supplies event. And in this event, you can get a few witches hat. In fact, this is a pretty, meaningful amount. 30 witches hats ain't bad for doing this event. if you can get it to, I believe, 20 total stars is what we've got here. So if you can smash out that 20 total star level, you are good to go. The other event that's going on is one that takes place over the course of 7 days. And over the course of the first 5 days, new quests will be revealed. On the second day is battling barbarians. On the third day is rallying barbarian forts. And those are the sort of most noteworthy days here. But, you know, be sure to do your logins, of course, if you're watching this video. You're logging in every day, right? You get your witches' hats over here. But there are some other events around the corner, including the Ghoulish Graveyard. Now, I don't know how many hats you're going to get from this, but I'm going to assume it's enough to at least get you closer to the city theme. I don't know if it's obtainable free to play, which is a good segue into, so what if I wanted to spend? Well, normally I wouldn't buy this bundle, but just to be able to show you what's in it, I'm going to buy my way through it. Now, the advantage of buying this bundle is actually twofold. First of all, if you're not planning to spend a lot of AP anyways, you might actually end up needing some of these jack-o'-lanterns to do some of the things you want to do and buy some of the things you want to buy. But otherwise, you're really here for the witches' hats. And there are cosmetics as well. The Phantasmagoria Elite name plaque here actually does look pretty cool. So we're going to smash these off. And I actually am using Flux scripts. Now, I explained Flux scripts in a separate video, but you basically buy these coupons and you can only exchange them for their exact values. This is a $5 coupon. I can exchange it for $5 of value in bundles, and boom, I just buy the bundle. Like, I've already paid for the coupons, then you just cash in the coupons for bundles. Here we've got the avatar frame for Phantasmagoria. This is the $10 bundle. Small amount of speeds, 40 pumpkins, 40 witches hats. We'll buy that. From here, the $20 bundle, we've got some speeds, 50 pumpkins, 50 witches hats. We'll buy that. And then the $50 bundle, which is 120 pumpkins, 120 witches hats, and a whole bunch of speed ups to boot. So for the 50 bucks, I'm going to snap that off, and I'm going to stop at this $100 tier. Now, if you're a big spender in the game, I'm going to assume you'd want to max purchase this just for the speed ups, because typically these bundles are more speed ups compared to all of the other options that you have in the super value bundle section. Now, while we are talking about bundles, there are several things we do need to talk about. First of all, the daily special offer now has XY and Jadwiga. They're here just in time to be super irrelevant to the meta. So unless you are running multiple cavalry marches, like 3 or more, I don't think you need XY, and I don't think Jadwiga's meta for garrison anymore. So GG, but here they are. And there is also a recharge rewards event. So if you do your spending over the course of 5 different days, then you will get some rewards potentially. You have to recharge 2,500 raw gems, not gem tokens, but raw gems worth of goodies on 5 different days in order to get the rewards. And your extra gems will not carry over. Anything you do on one day does not carry to the next day. But there are a cool 30 universal legendary commander sculptures that can be obtained here. And let me tell you, it is really important to get universal sculptures because we've just been seeing a lot of recharge events recently that don't have universals. So this is really important to be picking up universals. And if you are a light to mid spender in the game, one sort of spending tier or strategy is to primarily spend only when recharge reward events are here. And so this is a good time to spend if you are spending. Of course, consider things like your financial priorities, saving for retirement, having an emergency fund, prioritizing your family. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but, consider your priorities. Now, one thing I like to prioritize during a recharge event is, for example, the 30-day gem supply. That's a nice one to renew. I've, of course, already done my spending, so this isn't actually counting toward my recharge anymore. I've already done today's 2,500 gems worth. So keep that in mind. You may want to do this spread over several days. I'm in a KVK right now where I'm buying crystals every single day anyways, so it kind of doesn't matter for me whether or not I spread out the purchases like I might normally do. So from here, we can take these very, very nice quantity of witches hats that we have, and we can just go in and buy some stuff. So for example, if I wanted, let's just go with the gold heads because I'm gonna gem those. Remind me tomorrow, right? Like I can go pick up some of these legendary commander sculptures. But now I need more pumpkins. So I'm going to have to battle some barbs, get some pumpkins. And of course, you'll want to spend some pumpkins to just get some extra gold keys. 100% super worth. These final rewards over here are just like really not worth. 3-hour speeds, I think, are not worth for the gems. Getting the resources is not something I would be spending gems on. So I would try to keep this like really focused on the things up here. And if you max purchase the bundle, I mean, you will end up probably in this tier of stuff without having to spend a single gem on the monster mash. So, you know, as an example, I can go here and spend 1,000 gems. Actually, I mean, I already have plenty of hats, but I kind of doesn't matter or whatever. Hats, I'm going to gem them. And the reason I'm going to gem them is because I'd rather be buying bundles with armaments so that I'm better in the field and rallying and garrisoning. And then using the gems to get all the other things I need, right? Because you can't really accelerate armaments a lot of other ways. So there you go. The Halloween Monster Mash events and bundle. You know, there is one other thing I do want to show you as we start to wrap up this video is we're just going to get a quick look at the 1960 KVK, all right, just to see how this has evolved. I've been following this very closely over the past couple days, and when Kingsland opened, man, the fireworks really have been going off. And if we just get a look around, it looks like 1960 is just making a lot of progress here. 1960s really pushed down in a very aggressive and meaningful way, and that's exactly what they need to do. They're now pressuring 2268. They mostly locked, I believe, 1V, although 1V does have an alternate way in with sub V. Wow. So 1V is not totally out of the fight, but like they're going to have to find a way to get back in a very meaningful way. And up top over here, you've got 875 kind of holding this line. Meanwhile, it does look like 606 was able to perhaps push a little bit today on GV77 in their downtime. So this is kind of exciting the way this has evolved. So if you want to see the live stream where this Kingsland opened, which was just extremely exciting, card will be in the end screen. You'll also see me get absolutely decimated. I do mean decimated on pulling armaments. And if you want to see what I was showing with Flux scripts and like how to get them, I made a dedicated video about that. Card will be in the end screen for that as well. And I'll actually have one more video. Maybe card will be up top. Some of the cards will be in the little info button. If you want to see the ghoulish ghosts events or whatever that one's called that's coming up, I actually covered that, I think, last year and the year before in videos. So I'll have those cards available to you as well, so you can get a jump start in preparing for the upcoming event. That is the Ghoulish Graveyard. That's the one. Until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom.